What's going on, everybody? Race TV back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing an article that was written by MSN News pertaining to LeBron James celebrating and having a great time, living his best life. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you. Living my best life. Okay. So LeBron James obviously is out here not giving two F's, not giving no care about the Los Angeles Lakers. It says that this article is written by MSN, Microsoft News. He says, sorry, LeBron, but now isn't the best time for the Lakers to host a parade with the Rams and Dodgers. Brian Kalabrowski. What's up, Cal? Hey, Cal, you my broski. Cal, you my broski. Okay. So Kalabrowski, tough name, tough. So with the Super Bowl victory, the Rams joined the Dodgers and the Lakers as the third major professional sports team from Los Angeles to win a title since COVID, or since the pandemic began, since the virus began. Unfortunately, due to the ongoing pandemic, the Lakers were not able to host a championship parade after their title in 2020. Similarly, the Dodgers were also restricted from such festivities after their World Series victory. Now that cases are a bit lower than they were when the Lakers and the Dodgers won their respective titles in 2020, the Rams are having a much easier time planning their Super Bowl parade. It is scheduled for Wednesday. LeBron James went on Twitter to say, "We Dodgers and Rams should all do a joint parade together with a live concert afterwards to end it. City of Champions. Congrats once again." Lakers superstar LeBron James, who was seen enjoying his time at the Super Bowl while at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, had a slightly different idea. James, who led the Lakers to their 17th championship and the first in more than a decade, suggested that the Rams collaborate with the Lakers, joint blah, 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 whatever. So I need to get to the point where he's going to say what he needs to say. So it says, speaking from the perspective of someone who was born and raised in Los Angeles as a little kid, nothing would have sounded more fun than a parade celebrating titles for three major championship teams at the same time. However, fun as it may sound, this is a fully absurd suggestion from LeBron. You cannot have a parade when you have already been dethroned by another team, and the Milwaukee Bucks have already done exactly that. While it is obviously frustrating that the Lakers fans never got to experience a parade after the championship in 2020, now is not the time to rectify the lost experience unless he is able to lead his team to win the title in the NBA title in 2022. Based on how the team has played so far this season, though, that seems incredibly unlikely. The Lakers are currently 5 games below 500. And they have been losing, they have a losing record on the season. So if you guys would like to read the full article, the link is in the description box. Now, I think this is a poor act on LeBron James' part. It's no reason. Now, like, I don't see no problem with him going to the game. I think that, you know, if Kobe Bryant went to the game, or Jordan or any of the other greats went to the game, they would have probably been a lot more low-key. You know, LeBron James is an attention whore, so it's almost like he craves the attention. He wants to be the center of attention, and he knows that when he goes on social media or when he, you know, puts a video online, it's going to go viral. A lot of people are going to talk about it, and, you know, it's going to be a distraction as to what's transpiring currently with the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers look terrible, horrible, and we look like trash juice. We look absolutely, it's disgusting at what's, you know, happening, what's unfolding with the Los Angeles Lakers this season. And it's like he did this purposely because it's a distraction. You know, it's like smoke and mirrors, so you don't pay attention to what's going on. And also, LeBron James understands that by him going on social media and saying something like this, people are going to talk about it, being as though he knows, he's aware that the Lakers are trash this season, and he's speaking of the previous championship. And he knows that people are going to be bothered by these statements because we're not winning no championship this season unless a miracle happened, unless Kobe Bryant, unless the Lord and our Savior Jesus Christ, or, you know, the Lord and Savior open up the sky and somehow make a miracle by bringing Kobe Bryant back to save the day, which isn't going to happen. So I just think that the Lakers, I don't think this is, you know, right move by LeBron James to go on social media and say this. You know, I don't mind him going out there and, you know, enjoying the Super Bowl, but this just gives the impression that you just don't care. You don't care that you're losing. You got your numbers. That's all that matters. And that's all we've been saying. You know, there's pictures circulating with LeBron James reading his stat sheet. And, you know, there's moments where LeBron James, the game is pretty much over. It's like 3 seconds left. And he's going to rush until, I forgot who he told to move out the way so he could get the ball just so he could score so he can get 30 points. There's multiple videos that circulating and pictures and memes of him reading his stat sheet. And it almost seems as though, like, you don't care. You just got your points and it is what it is. Like, nothing else matters to you. And everything that they said about Kobe Bryant and everything they bashed Kobe for, everything they crucified Kobe for, you're getting away with. So this is why fans are mad. You know, people come at me and they go at me like when I make a post, oh, you hate LeBron James, and you act like, you know, I don't like LeBron James. I am a Kobe fan, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm a proud Kobe Bryant fan. Like, I've been a Kobe Bryant fan since I was 8 years old, and I've seen how the media showed favoritism. I'm not going to ever forget that. And you're not about to sit up here and say, oh, it's not LeBron James' fault when he does behavior, you know, shows behavior like this, shows poor leadership like this. You tell me not to do that, you say it's not LeBron James' fault that the media does this, but they're fueling it. They're fueling it. And LeBron James is fueling the media. It goes hand in hand because he does things like this, says things like this. So what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to do? Everything that he does in the media, if you know that this is going to get a reaction, then why would you do it? Why would you do it? And I'm gonna blame him, and I'm gonna blame the media, because a leader, I'm pointing out the things that I've seen great leaders not do, that he's doing and getting the pass for. These people would get crucified, get hated for doing the things that LeBron James is doing. If you, like I said, if you replace Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Kevin Durant, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, any leader, any great player, Charles Barkley, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaquille O'Neal, you replace them with LeBron James on this current team. If they go out there and they're scoring 25, 26, breaking scoring titles, breaking scoring records, you know, breaking all these records and scoring all these points, but the team is losing, they call these players selfish. I've seen them do it time after time with Kobe. They called Jordan selfish. They said that Jordan didn't care about anybody but himself. Kobe has had to go through this for multiple years. I critique LeBron James when it's pertaining to basketball. Never once have you ever heard me. When I hear people talking about LeBron James' son, and they're saying how LeBron James and his wife, you never hear me talk about, like, there's a story about the basketball player, Cappy something, WNBA player, who said that LeBron James sex trafficked her, was running a sex trafficking ring. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But what LeBron James does in his personal life, I don't care about that. I don't care. That doesn't matter to me. What Kobe Bryant did in his personal life, when Kobe Bryant does something with his wife, like when he did something with his wife or his wife posts something about them, that has nothing to do with me. Everything that I fell in love with Kobe Bryant game was pertaining to him on that basketball court. When he left out the arena, that's none of my business. I didn't care. I still don't care. I don't. If Kobe Bryant built a school like LeBron James did, they associate the two. If Kobe Bryant built a school like LeBron did, I wouldn't care because that has nothing to do with me. I've seen multiple videos where I seen what Kobe Bryant did with the Make-A-Wish Foundation and this and that. That has nothing to do with me. What I care about is what Kobe Bryant did. He performed at a high level. He gave his all on the basketball court. Same thing with Michael Jordan. Basketball, basketball, basketball. I didn't emulate these people in my personal life. I had a father. I had an uncle. My uncle taught me the game. Read books. I watched my dad read books. My cousin showed me a lot about business, women. I had positive male role models in my life, so I didn't have to watch them in their personal life. So when it comes to LeBron James, I don't care about what he does in his personal life. I don't care about that. I don't care about he's been with his high school sweetheart since high school. He's married to his high school sweetheart, that he has a son. I don't care about none of that. What I care about is what he do on the basketball court for my team, for the Lakers. And, you know, they also say, well, you should show LeBron James appreciation and love for just putting on that Laker jersey. No, I should not. If that's the case, then we must do that for every single player. So when it comes to Russell Westbrook, when Russell Westbrook has when he has multiple turnovers, when Russell Westbrook is bricking it up, I mean, so much bricks that he could work for he could make his own construction company. Like, if that's the case, then when Russell Westbrook make all these mistakes, then we should never call for them to trade Russell Westbrook. We should never criticize Russell Westbrook. LeBron James bleed just like everybody else bleed. So when we was calling for the Lakers players to be traded, in the media, they should have been pushing for LeBron James to be traded. The same way they're talking about everybody else. Because we don't need to improve for LeBron James. We need to be able to improve for the fans. When did it become about LeBron James? It's about the fans. Us, the Laker fans. I've been a Laker fan since I was 8 years old. 8. So we're not doing what's in the best interest for LeBron. We're doing what's in the best interest for the Lakers. That's what's important. So the trades that need to be made, LeBron James should have been included in that trade discussion. So we should appreciate everybody that put on that Laker jersey. So take your own advice at heed. Take whatever you telling me. Don't be a hypocrite. You have to do the same thing. You have to do the same thing. When Russell Westbrook plays bad, or if Russell Westbrook goes out there and pad his stats, or if Russell Westbrook plays bad, whatever. Don't call him Russell Westbrook. No more memes. No more none of that. We should just appreciate him for putting on the same way we say we should appreciate LeBron James for coming over here. LeBron James for coming to the Lakers from the Cleveland Cavaliers to bring us a title. No more bashing Anthony Davis. No more. No more criticizing Anthony Davis according to y'all standards. No more criticizing Anthony Davis. No more saying Anthony Davis is soft. No more saying that Anthony Davis is brittle. No more saying he's made out of glass. No more calling him street clothes. No more saying that he's a spot-up shooter now. No more saying that Anthony Davis is stinking up the joint. No more saying that we need to trade Anthony Davis. We must appreciate Anthony Davis. Why? Because without Anthony Davis, what happened? The Lakers as a whole, including their leader, LeBron James, missed the playoffs the very first season without Anthony Davis. What happened in the finals? Anthony Davis and Rajon Rondo played well. They all played well as a unity. They played well, and Anthony Davis was part of acquiring and was a part of securing that title for the Los Angeles Lakers. What happened without Anthony Davis the following season? The Los Angeles Lakers and their leader, LeBron James, failed to make it out the first round of the playoffs against the Phoenix Suns, who their star player was one player, which was who? Devin Booker. Devin Booker. You had LeBron James, who's been to the finals multiple times, has more playoff experience than anybody on that team. Dwight Howard. And maybe Dwight Howard wasn't there. Maybe I think Dwight Howard came after that. I think he was cut and then came back. One of the two. But even still, they don't have no playoff history. Other than Chris Paul, none of them have playoff and finals history but you. So no, LeBron James, you shouldn't be celebrating and giving off this type of vibes and energy. You shouldn't have been doing that. You should have been like, I'm going to just enjoy the game, go under the radar, and it is what it is. So no, you shouldn't be celebrating. You should not have no parade. There should be no parade for nobody but the Rams. The Dodgers didn't have a parade. Stop associating yourself with what they do. You had nothing to do with their parade. The Rams, let them have their moment. They won. It is what it is. That has nothing to do with you. Now, you done enjoyed the game. You should have just, to me, a leader, what Kobe Bryant do, because they say, don't compare him to Kobe, don't compare him to Jordan. Why not? This is, y'all compare him to Jordan. Y'all say he the greatest. So why not compare him to the greats? That's what y'all do. Y'all say he's better than all these other players. Then we're going to show you what these leaders did. Then y'all say, all you talk about is LeBron James. But y'all don't get on the other people in the media for all they talk about is LeBron James when they saying stuff positive. When all they saying is positive stuff about LeBron James, then why y'all don't go to ESPN and say, all y'all do is talk about LeBron James? But anyway, I think that LeBron James should have went under the radar, enjoyed the game. This is what a leader would have did. Enjoyed the game. Congratulated the Rams online, on social media, on Twitter, and then showed a video of him in the gym. I'm in the gym now. Y'all made me, Odell Beckham Jr., you got your first ring. Y'all inspire me. I'm about to go get in the gym. I want to win a championship. I want to bring another title to LA before I depart and go back to Cleveland or before I retire. Y'all inspire me. I want to get back in that gym. I'm back in the gym. Here go pictures of me back in the gym. I haven't been playing well. Even though I got stats, even though I got my numbers, it don't mean nothing because my team ain't winning. I'm back in the gym. I'm focused. I'm out.